February 16th, Thursday, 8:23 a.m. I never went to sleep last night, so I figure I'll do my video now and then go to sleep. And then have a shower and then go to sleep. I just smoked as much weed as I could. Kind of running out, smoking a lot. I got up at like 10 yesterday or something like that, and I've been working ever since then. Yeah, I got like addicted to working on my website. Yeah, I got up kind of late and I was like, oh man, I got to do like a day. I got to work. I was thinking about, getting back in shape. Now I'm like, I don't know. Because, if some voodoo magic happens. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to. One of my commenters, Kay, said I shouldn't pay attention to the voodoo magic. But like, yeah, I don't like it when I change my mind if on the very same day. Something happens where I have to just, work all day just to do nothing. And so yesterday was like that because, I wanted to work on my generations page and the fill in, for my notes here. And I still have to do like the famous people on it and put on the fonts. And so I went to the fonts and I just got frustrated because like none of the fonts that I wanted I had activated. And so I just had to start activating them. A couple weeks ago, I activated, there's like 3,500. And you have to, for some reason, there's no button. You can just click activate all. I guess it's some big operation to activate fonts. Because I noticed, what happened before and tonight, that whenever I'm activating the fonts, the Dreamweaver doesn't really work. I was trying to add the fonts, new fonts, and the CSS to the and it wasn't working. It was getting stuck. It actually crashed, so then I had to restart. It took forever. I had to rebuild the caching. I had to do that twice. So then I kind of gave up on that and just tried to do the fonts, while I was listening to stuff. And even the fonts, yeah, because a couple weeks ago I tried to do all the fonts. It was like 279 pages worth. And I remember doing all of them. And, but then when I saw them, for like the first, half of it, most of it, only like, there's 12 of them per page, and only like one would be on there that would be done, one or two. So I kind of had to do them all over. It didn't take. And even when I was doing it tonight, I don't know if it did take. Because very, very occasionally would the little bar say on the bottom say, "Oh, successfully, activated a font." So then I wanted to go and check, and I was even going to do it back and keep doing it, but then it just couldn't do it anymore. So then I cut out the, it just like froze. So I cut out the window, started the window again, and I wanted to look at it again, just to look at from the beginning, just to see how many were actually done. And I think I saw it looked pretty good. But I could only get to the first page because I clicked on one to try to do it, and it just turned up like white page. So. And then I refreshed it and all that, and I tried, so I cut it out. I just kept trying, and it wouldn't bring the page back. So I didn't restart the computer. So I was like, like my computer gets tired all the time. I think maybe I should do a procedure. I should do like those maintenance procedures. Because I did it on my mom's computer a couple of days ago. With the help of the person, and she said it made it way better, but... So I just kind of broke away from that and started doing this other thing that I'm working on. And that's why I stayed up until late. I just got addicted to this. Because I got really frustrated. I was just working on that all day. I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this again. I think it took me like a day or two, at least a day, to get those fonts on. And, you know, when you can't, the problem is you can't choose a font and activate it and then put it on the Dreamweaver. Because that's another thing. It takes time. It doesn't just appear. You have to wait. And so it's just, so it has to be already on there. And I don't know why they don't just let you have all of them, because it's not like it's too much to scroll, because you can just type the name of it. But, so yeah, hopefully after I get up, I want to go and look at the fonts and try to get going on them and create them, and so hopefully they'll be there, and create new ones for that page. And then, oh, but yeah, I did finish that page. I was building stuff on it, and yeah, before I got going on this stuff. So this next thing I was doing was the cars. So I'm just, because I was looking at YouTube videos, like all these, and this like documentaries, like timeline of cars and famous sports cars from the 60s from America and Britain and Italy, and I think I should do Germany next. It's just all these famous cars, and man, my list is really long now. I didn't count, but I should check. And then, because, you know, like on your favorites, you can make the folders and put the cars inside the folders. But then you can make it A to Z, and so you can have it do it from fastest to slowest. And so I can compare the speed of my car and where I am, where I stand next to all the cars, and like what decade would I be in the supercar? I think like late 60s. And because my car factory says 7.81 0 to 60, which is good. You know, so like I guess right now, if the engine hasn't gotten any slower, and I guess I was researching it, it doesn't usually. If it's tuned right, and it is. So 0 to 67.81, which is faster than the Magnum PI car, this 1977 Ferrari 308. But I think he had the GTS. I don't know how fast his is. I want to go look it up and actually put it on there. Yeah, I want to do all the fast, like, movie cars and put it on there. But his is 8.1. I don't know if this his is, but that car, 8.1. And it totally made me look at it differently. Like, you know, ever since I was a kid, I look at it. Even until recently, it's crazy because I'm totally changing my perspective. Like, as I'm looking at this. Growing up, it was like, oh, such a beautiful car. The fastest car. I want the fastest car. Then I was looking at it now. I'm like, looking at it just like an old, big old, like, 70s car. Like my parents, my dad's Oldsmobile, you know, those big old, like, Lincoln or whatever. And not fast, you know. And now I'm doing a doc on the Lotus, and that was placed at, what, 8.2? But this guy was saying it was even at 9. And factory, and I guess this guy probably, because it's old, even slower. And it's like, and now I'm looking at this big, and yeah, it's just a big old clunky car. If you didn't know it was a Lotus, you just look at it like a kid nowadays, look at it and go, oh, look at that big old clunky, slow 70s car, you know. But no, it's a fucking Lotus. Esprit. So yeah, because these are cars that like mine are faster than. So I'm like getting into the, because then I can do my mind time travel and move back. I'm in the 70s in a freaking sports car, baby. And I mean, I already know it handles better. I need to put the weight on these too, because that gives you an idea of how fast you can go around a quarter. But mine is light, like 1,800 pounds. But I think that 308 was like 1,400. It's like the one car that's like light. I don't know. It looks heavier. I need to go look again. But what else? Ooh, the Ferrari Dyno. It's like 8. It's like slower than mine. That's from like 66. the very first Corvette 55 is like 8.5 or something slower than mine. This car that I thought was really fast that I grew up driving because it was a turbo, 86 Subaru GL 10 sedan, and I think they said, I put it on here, it said 10.1, 10.3. So, yeah. I haven't done 0 to 60 in my car yet. But when I do, I want to do it out on the diagonal. Because the speed limit's 60 miles an hour there. And there's red lights, so you have to do it. And I'll just choose like maybe a good part, or maybe if it starts downhill, make sure it's not the one that starts on the uphill. Man, just do it. And just film it, not even time it. Just put my phone up and just do it, you know, with the cars around me, and then just look at it later. And then I'll know. And if it's not 7.81, you know, I mean, I can't be too much slower than that. I mean, I'm feeling good. I'm not going to abuse it, though. Like, when I was a kid, I was such an idiot. I even blew out the clutch. Because you want to spin it, so you just let out the clutch. No, I'm not going to do that with mine. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna, if I think I'm gonna get back in my room and put the computer on my chest and watch some more of these, like, docs, or maybe even collect more of these cars and then watch them, because it's, yeah, it's trippy. And it's fun to watch. Yeah, I like watching it in their own right, but you can watch them driving around and like handling, you know, and then me go and try to handle it. But yeah, man, my car, man, handles so good. Anyway, yeah, but you know, I'm fair to the cars. You know, I do like the fastest version and the slowest version of each one, not just the slowest. You know, like you've got some minis that are really slow. 5 that are like 9 seconds that I'm faster than, but then there's one that's like 4.4, so I put that one up. And then the 2 versions of Tesla, the fastest is 2.4, I put that up. And then, but I don't want to put too many cars faster than what I could get. But then the slowest is 5.5. So my car is like 7.81, but I think I can get even faster. You know, because I want to eventually get on turbo. But I didn't actually get the tags yesterday because it was snowing. My mom said not to go in, so I'll just have to set another appointment. I didn't show up because I couldn't. He wouldn't answer on the phone, but there wasn't an option on the phone. But I want to, like, I put all this stuff on the wish list on my Amazon, and so yeah, I think that's going to actually help me decide. I mean, I'm going to actually stop working on my website, because I'm going to go full force on my website now. That was just like a day where I was thinking about it, but I do have ideas on how I'm going to do it. So yeah, I'm just going to set up my car, and because I want to hit the ground running with my car, because it's so trippy, like, and so it'd be better to just drive it like the first time up there, like when it's totally souped. So. Yeah, I want to just save up and just like buy that stuff. And so, you know, like the little, to make it look snazzy also, like the little attachments on the handlebar, and put on a stereo. And I want to do it all myself, you know, take my time, save money that way. Yeah, and maybe even more speakers on the back doors, and yeah, all this stuff, you know, you name it. Oh man, I'm getting cold. Yeah, that's gonna be, and then when it's all ready, then I'll drive it up in the mountains, and that will be when I can do it. I'll start driving it and like get outside and be able to do on the side, but I have just too many damn things to do on my site right now. I mean, I didn't even get to do those, you know, fonts, but I think maybe now I can, so I'm excited to try it, give it a try with the fonts. And then build that page, because I had some ideas, you know. I want to like copy and paste stuff from everybody else does about the spiral dynamics, and then put on my own stuff, because I have some of my own ideas on there. And and I have to put the link to the this big Google Earth project I did a really long time ago, on the sizes of different sizes of things. For the Google Earth that I didn't put on the link on my education page yet. So, and then there was something else. So anyways, talking long enough. I'm going to go have a shower now. Talk to you tomorrow.